Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a rose sleeve. It's a sleeve that is really very trendy now and it is so simple to make. Like, trust me, this is one of the simplest sleeve I've ever seen. It's really quite simple. So you're going to take your sleeve block and then you are going to shorten it to your desired length. Now I shorten mine about 10 cm below my elbow line. Then before you start before you actually cut the sleeve, you're just going to place it on your fabric. So you take your fabric or your lining. This fabric, I'm using same fabric for the sleeve and I'm using same fabric for the lining. So whichever fabric you're going to use for the lining, you're just going to cut a piece out first with your seam allowance added, because you're going to need that later. So you place your sleeve and then you cut it out. Remember, this is going to be the lining part. And then you just either you notch your center line or you give it a mark with your fabric pen or chalk, and then you're going to set this aside. Now you're going to cut your sleeve from the hem all the way down. You're going to cut through your center line. Please do not cut it through, okay? Just leave it just like that. And now you're going to get another piece of your fabric, this time your fashion fabric, the real fabric that you intend to use. Okay, and then you're just going to place it on your fabric like so. Now make sure your fabric is like in a squared form. Okay. So again, you're going to leave seam allowance. So you see what I'm doing? I'm leaving a little bit of seam allowance here, and I'm also leaving seam allowance on this side. So it's important that you leave seam allowance. I hope you're seeing what I'm doing, because you're going to use the seam allowance to stitch it. So if you don't add seam allowance, your sleeve is going to be small. So you just place it like this, easy peasy. Now when you cut, remember to also add seam allowance to the side seam, and then you add seam allowance to the top too, for joining it to the dress or the top that you are making. Now before you take off your sleeve, you're just going to mark here. So you don't mark it with your fabric pen or your chalk. Mark on this side too. You can also give it a notch, it doesn't matter. And then you also notch the middle part here. This is your center line here. All right, then you can now take it off. Now you're going to match your notches together just like so. You see? You see your notches? Now you're going to go ahead and stitch these parts from here all the way down to the end. So you see my two notches, so I'm going to stitch from here all the way down to the end. So now you're going to have something like this, and then you're going to give it a little notch here with your scissors where your two notches are, the two notches that I mark. So just snip it a little bit. Okay, so you're going to have something like this. So you see, now you're going to tuck this one in. So you see your rose is already formed. Now you can arrange it as much as you like, and then you're going to have something like this. Now I hope you're already enjoying the tutorials. If you're already enjoying the tutorial, please don't forget to like, drop a comment for me, and please subscribe if you have not already done so. Please leave me a comment below. I really want to hear your thoughts on this sleeve. All right, thank you. So we're not done yet. Now you're going to take your other sleeve, the lining part, the one we cut out before, place it with right side facing the right side, just like this, and then you're going to stitch on the hem line. All right. And then to have a finished look so that your sleeve will relax very well, you're going to top stitch on the other side. So move your seam allowance towards the lining, and then you top stitch or you understitch on the other side so that your lining will not be peeping out. So now you're going to take it to the ironing board and then give it a little press so that it will look nice and neat. So after ironing the hem, you're going to have something like this. You see, nice and neat. So you're going to arrange the rows according to how you like it, and then you're going to tack it, because if you don't tack it, it's going to be moving up and down and it's not going to stay very well. So you just take your needle and thread, and then you're going to tack it. You can also pin it first so that it will be easy for you to tack. So once you finish tacking it, it's going to stay and it's not going to be moving up and down. Now you cannot finish off the raw edges. You can take it like this, place it together, and then you stitch it so that you can finish it up nicely. So you're going to open press your seam allowance so that it will look nice and neat. So after pressing it, your sleeve is going to look really nice and neat. You see how neat it is on the inside, and on the outside is also neat as well. So you're going to stitch all around just to baste it so that the sleeve will not be separated. So it will be easy for you to attach it to your top or to your dress. So you see, this is how your sleeve is going to look like once you finish stitching it, and then you are ready to attach it to either your top or your dress. Easy peasy, right? Please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again in my next tutorial. Bye bye.